Mary Kay, and eventually did say yes because of how much she shared the business opportunity and the products with me. And I started for 3 reasons. Okay, I told everyone it was for extra money. And that was true. I was a teacher and my husband was teaching at that time, and we did need the extra money. But the 2 more powerful underlying reasons that I started is because I wanted a fun challenge, and Mary Kay seemed just that. It seemed like a fun challenge. And then I wanted to prove that it didn't work. Okay, so I'm a little bit of a cynic at heart and a skeptic, and my friend here, Tina, is not. She's the optimist, I'm the pessimist. And she was telling me, you can earn free cars, you can make all this money. And I frankly, although it sounded great, I didn't believe it. And so I wanted to start to prove that it didn't work, because I knew I would give it my all, because that's just how I roll. I knew I would give it my all, and I wanted to prove that the opportunity wasn't as good as she said it was. You know how that story ended, and that I didn't reach my goal of proving it wrong. And so you would not have voted for me as the most likely to succeed when I started Mary Kay. As I showed you, I was a tomboy. I was also very shy. I had no sales experience. I had no just raw talent or ability, but I made up for that with consistency and with work ethic. And for 5 months, you guys, I held Power Starts. And Power Starts are 30 faces in 30 days. And that's what I did for my first 5 months. And I held about 1 to 2, sometimes maybe 3 parties a week for my first 5 months in Mary Kay. My director said jump, and I said how high. And I just trusted the process, and I trusted the system and the path that she laid before me. And I sold lots of product. I made extra money, you guys. My confidence grew. I made new friends. And from outward appearance, anybody would have said I was very, very successful in Mary Kay. But after those 5 months, I almost stopped holding parties. And not because anything was wrong in my business. In fact, I fell in love with Mary Kay. But it's because I had no vision beyond those first 3 goals. Okay, remember what they were? To make extra money. I wanted a fun challenge. I wanted to prove that it didn't work. Okay, I was making extra money. Check. It was a fun challenge, and I was building confidence. Check. I proved that it actually did work, and I began to see that the opportunity really was as abundant as my recruiter was telling me it was. And so I had no vision beyond that. Okay, you see how powerful vision was? I was successful in Mary Kay, making extra money, and I almost stopped holding parties because my vision ended right there. Okay, and thankfully, my recruiter, Tina, talked me into attending seminar. And I went for the very first time to the Dallas seminar. And that's where my vision was born. And that's when everything changed. And I went from being curious about Mary Kay to being very serious about Mary Kay. And I remember the moment, you guys, like it was yesterday. I was at a seminar in Dallas, just like you guys are. I was sitting on the arena floor, and it was the last day of seminar while we were watching all of the top 3 directors give their speech. And it was the queen that I was listening to. She was giving her speech. She was young, in her 20s, very, very successful. And in that moment, you guys, I decided right there, I'm like, I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm going all in. Because at that point, I kind of had 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And I was ready to pull that other foot out if it didn't work out. I wasn't committed. But I made that decision to be a national sales director.